What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, it's our main event between these road warriors and the home team. On the away sideline, get a look at the Thunderbirds head coach. His guy's on the fortunate side of week one of the teams who began this year with a win. And on the Sentinels sideline, that is their head coach. His guy's also able to start the season with a win, so somebody's going to leave here with a 2-0 record after this one. I'm Kate Scott here with Brock Heward. Everybody just about set. And we're off and running from Houston. Young on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
Kate, I know you get tired of hearing me say there's no substitute for experience, but it is totally true. Taking the reins of an NFL team is a young quarterback. You want the game to slow down, and the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities to go lead your team game in and game out.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. They're going to try and throw it here. It's his running back. And they are going to have to face a third down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Tight end in motion now. They'll run here on 1st down. A much tougher test for the league's rushing leader here in week 2, huh, as they close in on him and handle a loss on that play. Break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
At the 41-yard line.
Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. Completed over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, San Antonio.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
To throw here on 1st down. He's got it in the red zone. And he'll go down here at the 16. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 16-yard line.
Now looking to throw. Steps up and he's running with it. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Goal to go, they're passing. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Thunderbirds finish up an excellent opening series. Drive, really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And they'll have a veteran leading them out. It's their 9th-year quarterback.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite, the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back now, pressure coming. Finds a seam down the middle. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
To number 85. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing it again here. Touchdown, Houston. The Sentinels finish off their opening drive.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Sentinels respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Hill now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Throwing from the gun here. Escapes the pocket. A lot of space ahead. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. And just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. So this one on the defense.
Pass interference. Defense.
And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. They'll run here following the penalty. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 2. Brings up
They give it to him again. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that means first down.
a gain of 19 yards. First down, Thunderbirds.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
From the red zone now. Into traffic, complete! And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, Largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
One of the league's elder statesmen knocks it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Starting from the 5. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their second drive of the contest. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He's going to bring this down to their 35. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw now. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and...
Running for the marker on 2nd. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
The 17-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Brought in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Sentinels take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Sentinels take a 4-point lead. Following a touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Young on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Back out runs their offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Going back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. 14-10 our score. Back to Houston in just a moment. The handoff on 3rd and short. Escapes the defender. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
That's another San Antonio first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And they take this in for the score. The Thunderbirds down by only 2 in the 4th. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Well, they took their shot at the tie, but they'll need to manufacture another score in the time remaining now as that 2-point try is unsuccessful.
It becomes a little bit tougher to punch it in for 2 when that defense knows what's on the line, too. That's a spot where their hand was forced after the touchdown. They had to do their best to surprise them with the call. Easier said, Kate, than done.
The Sentinels ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They go play action on first down. Throwing the out route complete. And after making the catch, he is decked quickly at the 38. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Houston. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Throwing now on first down. Caught quickly on the slant. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. Completed to his running back. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
44-yard line.
Sticking to the air here. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a first down. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Makes it 3rd and 10.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Man, look at the big fellas working their tails off up front. That offensive line gave the QB ample time. Unfortunately, just no completion to be found down the field.
On comes the Sentinels punter. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. This offense ready to get going again now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll throw it here on first. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and
they send a tight end in motion.
At the 26-yard line.
2nd down, looking for options. Brought in right side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Williams coming in motion right. Trying to throw this from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down at We'll say right at the 39-yard line. Just a yard left to go on second down.
Brings up second and 1 at the 39-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Catch made underneath by back. And they hit big there on that second down. Let's see if this play holds up or not, though. We've got a penalty flag down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. So after getting that pass away, he's in some visible discomfort. Training staff out now to see how serious it may be. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Third and long for him here. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
It's fourth down.
He has it at the 33. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. So first down from the 41. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Throwing off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First and 10, looking to throw. Stop for loss of yardage. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing now off the play action. Finds a man right side. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long is going to be the key here down the stretch.
The Thunderbirds and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. On first down, they'll run. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
In truth, Kate, I felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, they're not going to back down here on second down as well.
And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of third down.
And it's 3rd and 15.
He'll throw it. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Desperation time here. He puts some air under it deep down the left. He's got it deep downfield. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They send him left out of the slot. looking on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line.
For a San Antonio first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Offense to the line fast.
Second down.
He'll look to throw it. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
It's in or no, they dropped another one. Pigs dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a fourth down. This is outside of field goal range, so no choice but to go for it here. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
First down from the 42. Here's the long back on the handoff. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. The timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. Back-to-back carries here. And not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up third down. The defense takes its third and final timeout. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on third. We'll draw it up for him. Punting unit out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Setting up to pass. Trying to push deep downfield. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw. Swatted away by the defense. So at the 20, here's second and 10. Here he goes, one final shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Sentinels, as we'll see you next time from Houston.